Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Rob Foglia, your real estate broker and real estate coach with Keller Williams Realty. And hey, it is the first Monday of the month. It's May the 4th. May the 4th be with you, right? Well, I guess May the 4th be with the real estate market. I'm hoping we can dive into some the real estate stats here and let's see what's happening in the real estate market. I'm curious because I've been seeing recently kind of a flurry of activity over the last few weeks. I've been seeing listings sell quickly. I've been seeing listings, as long as they're priced right, going quickly. Multiple offers on some as well. And I'm curious to see if that's what the market experienced in April. So let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers and see what's happening. All right, let's see what's been going on in the world of real estate in Middle Tennessee. Before we jump into everything, quick reminder, you can go to robfolia.kw.com if you want to search for homes. Great place to go where you know you won't get spammed. So this is what's been happening in the recent 30-year fixed rates. And you can see we're at a 6.3%, according to the Freddie Mac website. Pretty run of the mill in terms of what we experienced over the last year. You can see the 52-week average, 6.39%. We're at 6.3. So basically what we've been expecting. All right, so I mentioned that I've been seeing some of my listings sell really pretty quickly. In fact, I had a couple of listings that sold first weekend on the market here recently. We've seen multiple offers on properties, and it hasn't just been my listings. I've been experiencing that or seeing it in my neighborhood, seeing it on homes that buyer clients of mine have been wanting to buy. What is the market looking like compared to last year as well as compared to last month? So we're going to look at two data sample sizes here today. One being comparing Davidson County to, of April 26 to April 25. But then also basically the last 30 days to the previous 30, because I'm curious to see that short-term trend as well. A couple of things I'm seeing right off the jump here for April to April, April 26 to April 25. Months of supply down, not down significantly, down 6%, to the low fours, but that's a good sign. I mean, months of supply is one of those numbers that goes up and down, and you can see here in January we were talking about it being above 6, potentially trending to a buyer's market. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Other than December, where we were at 4, this is the lowest we've seen in the last 12 months. That's a good thing, and that's when we're calculating this stuff monthly. Honestly, I think this number is driving it. So this is our new listing number right here. Months of supply, again, is something that measures how demand is in relation to supply. Well, we've been seeing a constant trend of basically lower new listings hitting the market than in previous years, and you could see right here. In fact, let's look at a timeline just so you could really see and compare. You saw we were seeing that line continue to trend down toward the end of last year. Granted, it was going up like it always does as a bell curve, but when you compare year over year, we're seeing this constantly, where you're seeing 1,300 homes in April of 26, you're seeing 1,700 homes in April of 25. That's a pretty substantial drop. And you see, when we go back and look at a longer term trend, same thing happened, March of 26, 1,500 homes, we'll just round up right there. March of 25, 1,700 homes. So, again, less homes hitting the market. February, 1,100 homes. February of the year before, almost 1,300 homes. So again, it's that constant compounding, basically. When you constantly see less inventory hitting the market, well, that's going to lead to less supply. Active inventory is very, very even. Same as on under contract inventory. Same with total inventory. Honestly, it's interesting to see sales price. Average sales price is super even. Median sales price, I mean, down 1%. That's basically even. Very even numbers of what I'm seeing right here. List to contract, though, that's an interesting one. The fact, this is what we were just talking about in terms of homes going under contract. The average list to contract, 59 days last month. Now, again, that's an average. There are some homes that take months to sell because they're not priced correctly relative to condition, relative to comps. Others, that's not the case. And yet, look right there, 59 days. That's substantial. That's interesting to see. I am curious, though. Let's take a look comparing the last 30 days to the previous 30. So again, May the 4th be with you. We are looking at this on May 4th. So we're looking April 3rd to May 3rd, and then March 4th to April 3rd. And a couple of things. Months of supply, basically even, up 3%, still 4.5 months if you're looking at just that sample size. List to contract, though, down 12%, down to 58 days. So I guess that's part of that trend I was mentioning. New listings down 16%. I think this was a little higher in March than I would have anticipated, but that makes sense why April's so low. Closings up 8%. shows that the market's getting to completion. That's great. Sales price basically even, both on median and average as well. Guys, all this to say that the market is still very aggressive for sellers. Now, we tend to see that from about March 15th to June 15th. Now, I mentioned it's May 4th right now. You know, you're basically right in the middle of that window. So if you're looking to sell a property, now is the time. And that's not just a sales pitch. That's not just a line. That's the reality. We're in that 3 month window, that middle of that 3 month window when homes tend to go quickly, when property tends to sell. So if you're thinking about making a move, now is the time to reach out to me. We can still capitalize on that window, but if we start encroaching into end of June, into July when you're reaching out, you might miss that window. So keep that in mind. Y'all, if you need anything, you know how to reach me. Hit the reply button in this email or leave a comment. Happy to help you. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon.